said, I'll get it all together. We'll just get with you and buy it.
Okay, sounds
Then
good.
you turn it back in.
I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to our January commission meeting, but it's on February 2nd, 2026 due to the snow. First night of the night is our public forum. I have one sheet turned in by Mr. Bill Herbert. I got you on a timer up here now, 3 minutes.
Won't take that long. Good evening, everybody. I'm Bill Herbert. I am an attorney that specializes in land use, zoning, planning, and government affairs. I'm here to voice support tonight for the data center resolution that's before you. It's item B2 and B3 on your agenda. The data center issue follows on the heels of the TVA matter. I represented about half of the defendants in TVA's lawsuit to condemn my neighbor's property for gas pipelines. I performed this representation free of charge. TVA's plan to locate a methane plant within our rural neighborhoods was completely out of place. However, TVA enjoys sovereign immunity and federal law protections that make TVA exempt from our local zoning laws. John Rich and I are trying to fix that. Data centers, however, are generally privately held, and they do not enjoy sovereign immunity like TVA does. Like TVA's proposed methane plant, data centers require massive amounts of power and associated infrastructure. They should properly be located within an industrial area, not on farmland or around our homes. With Tracy O'Neill's assistance, I drafted the data center resolution before you tonight. The proposed resolution classifies data center as an extensive impact facility, which is only allowed in an I2 heavy industrial district or an I3 special industrial district. Other uses classified as extensive impacted facilities include electricity generating facilities and transmission lines, major fuel transmission lines and facilities, major mail processing centers, correction and detention institutions, public and private utility corporations. The purpose of this legislation is to plan for the future so that when a data center comes to Cheatham County, we already have zoning in place that regulates where it can be located. In short, data centers are an industrial use that should only be allowed on industrially zoned property and not in our backyards. The Planning Commission voted unanimously in support of this resolution, and I hope you will approve it tonight. Thank you.
Do we have anybody else that hadn't turned in a sheet to speak tonight in public forum? Yes, ma'am.
I'm Linda Ryder. You guys seen me a time or two over here.
I got you on a 3-minute timer, ma'am.
Okay. First, thanks to everybody in the county that's done so much to take care of all the residents out here this last couple of weeks. It's been tough for everybody. The county emergency services people, the sheriff's department, road department, everybody's just been wonderful. We've got a good county. We live in a good place. Anyhow, just a recap of the past workshop meeting. As I stated then, I'm going to reiterate a few things. The County Planning Commission is going to continue to discuss their proposed verbiage for the countywide amendments for zoning regs to allow so-called rural resort zoning districts and ag-zoned areas. I just want to remind you again that these are nothing more than a watered-down version of amendments that were already submitted previously by C.B. Ragland that were rejected, and it's very obvious that the current draft was written to provide a backdoor approach to allow C.B. Ragland to build a luxury resort in the narrows of the Harpeth. Myself and many other members of the public still do not buy into the notion that rural resort zoning is needed by the county, especially since this type of development can be built legally now within a planned growth area, with no countywide zoning amendments needed. We also do not believe for one moment that these amendments are intended for anything other than a way to illegally allow C.B. Ragland to build their rural resort outside of a planned growth area. Again, how many rural residents anywhere in Cheatham County do you really think would want their country roads widened and their neighborhoods commercialized just to accommodate some hotshot developer? We know that no version of any rural resort zoning district amendment, no matter what acreage they put on it, would benefit anybody other than C.B. Ragland. This would hurt rural residents by encouraging spot zoning and encouraging commercial development nearby, and it's not good for the people out in the country. Don't forget that changing allowed land uses to permit uses that do not comply with the county's approved growth plan would still violate both state and county laws, and that there has been no interest, zero, expressed by any other developer to provide rural resort zoning other than C.B. Ragland. I also want to remind you that rural county roads would require extensive upgrading and utilities to accommodate any resorts in rural areas, and this is precisely why developments like that belong in approved planned growth areas, and where those concerns have already been addressed or are presently being addressed with coordinated and intentional planning. That's the purpose of a growth plan. And I urge you again to reject any consideration of adding any form of rural resort zoning in ag areas outside of approved growth areas. This zoning is not needed and not wanted by Cheatham County residents, and I sure do appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, Sheriff, we'll call for order.
All right. This legislative body in Cheatham County is in session on this Monday, February 2nd, 2026.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for your love and mercy. Last few days and this past week, it's been really rough on folks and folks without power, folks losing food and heat and a lot of problems, Lord. We ask that you just watch over folks who still don't have power, that you'll get it restored. Lord, we ask you to watch over the linemen and all those out working to restore power. Lord, thank you for the EMS and the Sheriff's Department and the local police and all those, the medics and all of those who are involved with watching over our folks and helping them and getting to them in the dangerous roads and stuff, that you keep those folks safe. Lord, as we come to you tonight, help us to make the decisions that's right for our county and watch over our meeting tonight and watch over our folks in Cheatham County. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
David Anderson.
Here.
Calvin Blackburn.
Here.
Randy Nutt. Tim Williamson.
Here.
Chris Gilmore. B.J. Hudson.
Here.
Bill Powers.
Here.
Walter Whitfield.
Here.
Diane Lovett. Here. Eugene Evans.
Here.
James Hedgepath.
Here.
Mike Rudlow.
Have 9 present, 3 absent. We do have a quorum. I got 2 items I'd like to add to the agenda tonight. If y'all approve it. Mr. Evan Holden would like to speak to us, and Mr. Perry Keenan. So with them changes, I have a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Mr. Anderson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Lost my place. Approval of the minutes for regular session December 15, 2025.
Motion.
to approve.
Motion by Ms. Lovell, second by Mr. Powers. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Any comments from elected officials? No unfinished business. Under new business, Mr. Evans, like to speak to us, sir?
Just wanted to give you all an update tonight on the ice storm that we had hit us it started last Saturday. Really hit hard on Sunday. As of this morning, everybody had electricity back on, but customers in NES, there were 640 that were still out. That number has dropped, but I have had trouble getting communication with NES, and I've run that up the chain to TEMA. We've got to do something. I've had direct contact with with Dixon Electric and Cumberland Electric. I can call them anytime. I can get the numbers out, the numbers on. They've called me telling me they need the highway department to get to a road. Bob has been wonderful to work with and his crew. We've gotten them out there, got lights on, and I just hadn't gotten that with NES. Hate to complain about it, but it's just a fact. If you look on the outages, we can't even look on NES to see how many are out in Cheatham County. You can look on Cumberland Electric and you can see they cover several counties. At one time, Cumberland Electric had 444 out. Now that number grew, but you can look at that. So we're pushing after this, I am, for NES to be able to tell us how many in Cheatham County are out on that map. We did not lose total power throughout the county like 94. Cumberland Electric had everything customer back on in Cheatham County by Wednesday afternoon, about midday. Dixon Electric, the ranchettes were hit really hard. BJ can attest to this. He had an ambulance over there hung up for a day and a half, and another one that got stuck. I mean, it's just, the sun doesn't shine over there, just to be honest with you. But anyway, we got them out, and Dixon Electric had everybody but 30 people on by Friday night, and Saturday about lunch, they got everybody on. The shelter in Pigram, Mayor Moorhead and the Pigram Church of Christ, I think they had a total of 23. They closed down on Saturday, and Ashland City Senior Citizen Center has 5 in it tonight. The number could grow if the people in the NES don't get the power on in Sam's Creek, Little Pond Creek, and areas like that. It was total a team effort. I can tell you that we operated out of the Emergency Operations Center. We opened it Monday morning, had EMS, Sheriff's Office, us. We had direct contact with everybody we needed to talk to. Everybody did what we asked them to do. The Sheriff's Office, I don't know how many welfare checks, wood runs, propane runs they did, getting people to shelters. The fire department worked great, getting with BJ's folks, with EMS. They still have to make day-to-day medical calls, and the fire departments assisted them throughout this whole ordeal. The police departments helping, all the city street departments, and I can't say enough. I've been here 33 years, and the highway department and working with Bob Binkley, I hate it happened, but it's been a pleasure. If I need anything from the highway, he can get it for us, I'm telling you. And it's just been great. I'm going to leave somebody out, and this is just a brief overview. I'll give you a better thing when we get through all this. But I want to thank Mayor McCarver for his support, the Sheriff's Office, EMS, Tiffany Holder that works with me, all the fire departments, the city street departments, the highway department, Mayor Greer, Ashland City, who graciously, people have been asking about shelters. The Senior Citizen Center is the only shelter in the county that has a generator backup. We do not have a generator backup at any school, at any church. The Red Cross has designated churches and schools in our area through our emergency plan, but if they don't have power, I can't put people in there. In 2010, we brought 45 people and 20 dogs and cats from Pigram, and the closest place we could open a shelter was Sycamore High School. But they had power, and we worked that for 2 weeks. And the donations that we turned the shelter over here in Ashland City to the city and to Miss Kelly Ellis with the chamber. There was no way we could manage that. The Red Cross assisted us with food and with a nurse, or the health department with the nurse and cots at Pigram. But Miss Kelly Ellis with the Chamber of Commerce did a wonderful job getting donations, getting food, getting people to work this shelter. I want to thank the state, sent us 6 forestry men, 2 crews of 3 that worked with Bob's group, and Bob said they were like beavers. They cut 73 trees and 100 miles of road they helped clear. And I saw the report this morning that went to the state. And when we got done with them, Bob was gracious enough, and he said he couldn't use them anymore. We cut them loose so they could go help other affected areas worse than us. Clayton Reed over just across the river. He had a Jeep crew, they call themselves, that ran for us through the EOC, through Chris Gilmore, he's not here tonight. Dale Smith with the Sheriff's Office, they were both in the EOC with us for the whole thing. Of course, Cummins Electric, Dixon Electric, NES putting the powers on. Those linemen are getting a bad rap. They're the ones out there working their tails off in the cold. The politics, they can work that out later. That's my opinion. But those guys have really worked hard, and every time I've seen a crew, I've rolled my window down and thanked them for what they've done. We're blessed in this county that with the good resources that we have, we're a small county, but everybody comes together, both individuals, emergency services. It could have been a lot worse. It was worse in '94. It's hard to believe, but it was, because we didn't have a light on for 3 days in this county in '94, and there were no generators at any building other than right here, the old jail, the jail that we're currently in. So that's my brief. If I've left something out, BJ or Sheriff, y'all tell me, but that's just a brief overview. I'll answer any questions if you have them.
I have a comment. 30 minutes ago, 45 now, I talked to several people near me. There are more people with power right now.
Yes, good.
So more than when I got here.
The crews work 16 hours. They cannot work more than that for health reasons and for legal reasons. You don't want somebody getting electrocuted. We've been blessed in this county. No crews have been injured, to my knowledge, in any accident. They've been working till about 10 o'clock. They go somewhere and sleep for 6 hours. They're back at 6 o'clock, and they're back at it again till 10 o'clock at night. So, you know, today was like 70 degrees to us. I know it was Robert. He'll address this, but, you know, you can only do so much with ice. If you don't have the thawing, and we had roads that we just couldn't get on, but as soon as they salted it, I'd get a call, we're trying to get a bucket truck in here. I'd call Bob, he'd send the crew out, they get it open. Had a lady on Davidson Road with 3 elderly handicapped folks. And this morning, Bob and them went out there and salted it and graded it. NES came back, got the power on. So it's a process in that emergency operations center. It's worked. I've given daily updates every day at 3:30 to TEMA. And our county has really come together, and everybody's done a great job, and I'm thankful.
I'm glad you just said that, Edwin. A couple of people asked today if you could give an update, or the mayor could give an update to the citizens. I'm not sure how you do that on social media. People who don't have power aren't going to see it, but...
We've been trying to do that on our Facebook page, and then having people share it. We'll do another update in the morning.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have any questions? Anything? All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for all you're doing.
Mr. Perry Q?
Good evening, everyone. So I was going to stand up here, take this time to be put on the agenda, and thank you, to actually introduce my campaign, but there are some things that are just more pressing in politics, and this is one of them. So, I figure by now everybody pretty well knows what's going on with NES. So let me give you a little bit of back history here. NES, all of our utility districts, but specifically we're going to pick on NES right now. If you are an NES customer and you have a complaint, you go to their board of directors, you file a complaint. With the board of directors, you go to their meeting, they hear your complaint, they make a decision as to whether or not it's going to be valid, if they're going to take any action, and they're done. Well, as you guys all know, that's a board that just, you go and stand in front of these guys and you have a complaint, it's going to go in one ear and out the other, especially in the middle of a situation right here, like we have right here, where everybody's getting their rear ends chewed up there, okay? But what we don't have, and what I did not know until I started digging into it this weekend with our Representative Mary Littleton and then Representative William Lamberth, what we don't have in this state is any kind of regulatory board or oversight committee on these utility district boards. Now, CEMC has been amazing, as Edwin said. Dixon Electric has done a great job as well, and the South Side got hammered, and they've done a good job. But NES services a section of this community, and we're getting nothing. Their board of directors with NES is actually appointed by the mayor and the Metro City Council. Not anything to do with you guys having any say in who gets appointed on that board, which means that us, and I believe they also serve a section of Robertson County as well, guess who's going to get left out in that? We are. But our citizens are important. And we want to make sure that they've got an opportunity to have an ear or something where these people can go and complain. So I'm asking that you guys consider having your attorney look at drafting resolution, something similar to this. This is just an example, but it really kind of hits it home. As a Republican, I'm going to tell you I'm not a fan of expanding government. I'm not a fan of government bloat. I don't want to create more of it. But we need some board somewhere that these guys have to answer to, so that if you have a complaint or you have a complaint or one of your constituents has a complaint and they're coming to you and they're saying, I feel like no one's listening at these board meetings, you've got an avenue as an elected official to say, let's kick it up to the next level. And we need that. So I'm asking that you guys as a board consider an opportunity to send a resolution over to Senator Kerry Roberts, State Representative Mary Littleton, and have them look at putting together a regulatory board that gives us as citizens, not just in Cheatham County, but in this entire state, gives us something that has some teeth where we feel like it's not just going to fall on deaf ears. Okay, so we're going to leave that aside for a second. Second of all, just kind of touching on what Edwin has talked about, spent a couple of days just working with Bob's crew. For those of you that don't know, their first day off was yesterday. Since this storm started on Saturday, those guys showed up at 6:30 last Saturday, and their first day off was yesterday. For these guys to go out, and they all have designated routes, these guys go out, it takes between 8 and 12 hours for them to hit every single street on their route. And that's assuming that there's no trees in the way. But that's assuming that we don't have 1.5 inches or 2 inches of ice sitting on top of the snow or under the snow. Like Walter said it best earlier, he said they call them snow plows, not ice plows. So that's a good line, and I'm going to use that. So you guys, Bob, you and your team did amazing. The mayor here in Ashland City, Gerald Greer, Mayor Moorhead down in Pegram with the warming stations, and then coordinating with the Sheriff's Department and with all of the others, Kelly Ellis and her team and what they did. Man, it's been amazing. Fire, EMS, you know, all of you guys work together, and I love that we are part of Cheatham County and we show that volunteer spirit. So thank you guys for that. The last thing that I'll leave you with is I had an opportunity to spend some time with Congressman Matt Van Epps on Saturday afternoon, and specifically talking about the money that's coming from FEMA. Right now, Tennessee has been awarded $3.75 million to the roughly, Edwin, is it 23 counties that have?
23, yes.
Thank you.
Probably gonna go up.
Okay, so right now, 23 counties. Now, $3.75 million doesn't sound like a whole lot, but Congressman Van Epps is working with Governor Lee to push for more dollars. But what we do need for people to understand, and you as elected officials, you're probably going to get phone calls saying, I want to be able to apply for this from your citizens. That part of the FEMA dollars is not available yet. We don't know for sure that those dollars are going to come through or not. That's got to get worked out between the governor and the president and FEMA to see if those dollars are going to be available for your citizens as people have needs. But for now, those dollars, Edwin, they're going to come into the counties and the municipalities, and they can go in and ask for reimbursement of services. Is that correct?
Well, the way it works, when we get declared in any disaster, the federal government declares it, and then they will meet with every government agency that is filing a claim. So in normal situations, the federal government will pay back 75%, the state will pay 12.5%, and local government or the county would only be out 12.5%. It's called public assistance. And then for homeowners, it's called individual assistance, and that usually comes later.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you. So with that, that's all the updates that I've got. Oh, last update, Mayor, Congressman Van Epps and his team will be in communication with you to be able to get that out as they have other updates that are coming between you and Edwin. They'll be getting that information out to you guys. Outside of that, you guys really did a great job just as a whole. Man, y'all did an awesome job, and you're to be commended. So thank you for just doing what you do. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question for Edwin. Sorry, I have a question for Edwin. The individual help, is that for the people who, I mean, there are people who are on day 9 of running generators, and it costs a lot to keep the
Correct.
gas going. They're having to go out to eat or have to throw out
Yes.
food. I mean, I did that too, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the people who really need some help.
Yes,
Is there gonna be help for them?
yes, that's what the individual assistance. Now, we have, we never know what, now, with public assistance, it's based on population, and it changes. The last one we worked, was 24, the straight line winds that hit Kingston Springs. I think we have to have around $200,000 to get public assistance. Well, Cumberland Electric had more damage than that, so we're gonna get that. Individual assistance, they will send teams in, but they're already, we have, the mayor's pushed out, we've pushed out, he's pushed it to the cities. People can go ahead and file a claim on survey 123, and if we get individual assistance, then those people will be given an opportunity to come to a service center and meet with FEMA and go over their expenses. If they had damage to their home or anything that's insured, the insurance has to pay first, and then your deductible and any uninsured losses FEMA can assist with.
Okay. Thank
That's,
you.
that's coming, but it just takes a while for that. We're trying to get roads up and electricity back on, and then, but
I just
yes,
worry about there's something down the road.
they can, yes,
Because
ma'am.
there are people who are still gonna be running their generators for
That's correct.
several days.
That's correct.
Keep records.
And our shelter numbers may grow. We just don't know. They could come up tomorrow because we're getting, on the second week starting today or yesterday, so.
What's that website again? You said service?
It's survey 123, it's on our Facebook page, it's on the mayor's, he's pushed it out. I did it because I had damage, I had a tree fall on my house. And, so I've got damage, so I've already filled it out and done it, but, it's easy to do. But if people can't do it, we're telling them to call our office and we can go help them. We'll go to them and help them get it filled out.
Okay, thank you.
Because not everybody has a smartphone or a computer, and of course, if they don't have electricity, they sure don't have a computer.
And for a while, we had no cell phone service.
Correct.
We do have which was already scheduled, but this Saturday at Ashland City Elementary School, we have our One Generate food distribution drive. So hopefully that'll help a lot of families. Anybody wants to come and help us volunteer, be around 7:30. We can use all the help we can get.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Franklin, public hearing?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Public notice agenda for January 26, 2026, is advertised in newspaper of local distribution. The Cheatham County Commission will meet on January 26, 2026 at 6 p.m. in the General Sessions Courtroom in Ashland City, Tennessee. The following items will be heard. Melvin and Kimberly Crosby requesting a zone change from agriculture to E1 for map 8, parcel 33.01. Property is located at 1292 Oak Lawn Road in the 3rd voting district and is not in a special flood hazard area. Item 2, amend the Cheatham County zoning resolution section 2.010 and add a definition of data center. Data center, a facility used to house computer systems, associated components, and related infrastructure for the storage, processing, or distribution of data, typically including backup power, cooling systems, battery storage, substations, and security systems. Item 3, amend section 3.0604 of the Cheatham County zoning resolution to add data center to the list of extensive impact facilities. Franklin Wilkinson, Director, Cheatham County Building Department.
Is there anybody here tonight wish to speak on any of the zoning issues? And not hearing any, we'll close public hearing at 6:28.
Item 1, Melvin and Kimberly Crosby requesting a zone change from agriculture to E1 for map 8, parcel 33.01 Property is located at 1292 Oak Law Road in the 3rd voting district and is not in a special flood hazard area.
We have anybody wish to make a motion on item 1?
Motion to approve.
A motion by Mr. Hudspeth to approve item 1. We have a second. Who's- Second by Mr. Anderson. Any questions? All right, roll call, please.
B.J. Hudspeth,
Yes.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Weekly,
Yes.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson.
Yes.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy No, Tim Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 4 yes, I don't know where I'm at. 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent, motion carries.
Item 2, amend the Cheatham County zoning resolution, section 2.010, to add a definition of data center. Data center, a facility used to house computer systems, associated components, and related infrastructure for the storage, processing, or distribution of data, typically including backup power cooling systems, battery storage, substations, and security systems.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Lovell, second by Mr. Powers. Any questions on this? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson.
Yes.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy No, Tim Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore, B.J. Hudspeth,
Yes.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Weekly.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent, motion carries.
Item 3, amend section 3.0604 of the Cheatham County zoning resolution to add data center to the list of extensive impact facilities.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Powers to approve,
Second.
second by Mr. Hudspeth. Any questions? Comments? Roll call, please.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Weekly.
Yes.
Diana Lovell.
Yes.
Eugene Evans.
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson.
Yes.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy No, Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore, B.J. Hudspeth.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent. Is there anything we got to do on item 4?
I just included that as information, it made its way to the agenda, but not necessarily for me. It may come up in the mayor's
Okay.
section, but,
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Wilkerson? All right, budget.
Okay, budget amendments, county general, item 1, register of deeds, $2,509.77. Jail, $15,000. Sheriff's Department, $9,500. Election Commission, $305.50. Building, $20,000. Jail, $22,968. Human Resources, $7,373.85. Budget vote 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source various.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Lowell.
Second.
Second by Mr. Blacker. Any questions on these items? Roll call, please.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans.
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson.
Yes.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy No, Tim Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore, B.J. Hudspeth.
Yes.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Weekly.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent, motion carries.
Item 2, budget amendments, Highway Department, capital outlay, $64,100. Budget vote 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source, sale of equipment.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Powers.
Second.
Who said it? Second by Mr. Weekly. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Weekly.
Yes.
Diana Lovell.
Yes.
Eugene Evans.
Yes.
James Hedgepath.
Yes.
Mike Breedlove, David Anderson.
Yes.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy No, Tim Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore, B.J. Hudspeth.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent.
Final item, item 3, create a reserve for the Sheriff's Department titled Unused Donations for Events. The budget vote was 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source donations.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Hudspeth, second by Mr. Powers. Any questions on this? Roll call, please.
BJ Hudspeth,
Yes.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Wheatley,
Yes.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgeback,
Yes.
Mike Greenwood, David Anderson,
Yes.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy Node, Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent. Motion carries.
That's all I have.
You may have any questions for budget? All right, moving along, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Chairman. 3 items, well, actually 4 total items. The first 3 are a vote for the mayor's signature on agreement between Cheatham County and the Tennessee Department of Health. Second item is a vote for the mayor's signature on agreement between Cheatham County and Bedford County Juvenile Detention Center. And the third item is vote for the mayor's signature on First Amendment to Master Services Agreement with Securus Technologies. And then the last item, which we may want to separate so we can discuss a little bit more, is review and approval of the county tax sale properties that will be up for sale in the morning out at Sycamore Square, whatever way y'all want to handle it.
Motion to approve the first 3.
I have a motion to approve item 1 through 3
Second.
by Ms. Lovell, second by Mr. Powers. Any questions on these 3 items? Roll call, please.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgeback,
Yes.
Mike Greenwood, David Anderson,
Yes.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy Node, Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore, BJ Hudspeth,
Yes.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Wheatley.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent. Motion carries.
Chairman, on the 13 properties, and I haven't seen an update if any of these properties have been pulled. Cindy, are you aware?
And I think the list you have is the full list.
That's different, a little different.
Okay.
So the ones that have been removed as of now is my letter C, which is your, what letter? is it?
D.
Is letter D for y'all's list, I think. is,
Okay, D's pulled.
The map and parcel 7914, the Cedar
Okay.
Hill Road's pulled.
All right.
The off Granada Road under the name of Eric Reed Morton, which is my letter I, is pulled.
It's RJ.
And then map and parcel 376703, the 2672 Oak Hartsville Pike, Underwood, letter K for me
Yes.
is pulled.
That's our L. So those 3 would be pulled, and the rest remain.
There's some that on your list that's not on my list at all. Which ones did we mark off of your list?
Is this the list you're taking on?
This is.
Is that the list? Okay. So all these were the line through. So,
All those are the lines.
okay,
that's
C,
not on the list.
pull C, D, I, and K. So it looks like C is the only other one that was added from what you pulled. He's just redone the letters for what's left. So again, C, D, J, and L will not be going to sale tomorrow. They've apparently settled up, is what I take it.
These 3 have, this one never made it to the publication.
Okay,
One of these
so
never
C.
made it to the publication.
Or D, actually. D was saying both those are paid according to his list, so. Anyway, so those 2 would definitely not be going. The rest of them would be going to sale in the morning. And if you look over in the notes, those came from Franklin, who reviewed these. There are some issues, but nothing major. And as we talked about last week, if it's going to be a major cleanup or something to get environmental crazy for the county to clean up, we just say we're going to leave it where it is. County will not do it. Otherwise, we go in with the minimum bid to cover the cost of the property, the taxes and all. And if we were to get one that we had to clean up, then we would have that, but we would also have the ability, if it were to go back, to put a lien on that deed to go back, and any cleanup, but there's nothing major. Did you see anything major at all, Franklin, that would, when we're talking about abandoned cars or dilapidated houses, stuff like this, nothing that would be, the main concern we have is an environmental cleanup, because that's when it can get crazy. If you're having to clean up old tanks, or it was an old garage, and got all kind of oil and gasoline everywhere and those type things. are buried tanks from 1955 and stuff like that. But none of these apply to that. So our recommendation would be move forward that the county would do the minimum bid. Of course, anybody comes in and bids more than that, it's their property in the morning. Is any of those properties you want to pull, say the county, we don't want to mess with that. Like I said, it would just sit there in their name until something else happens to it if we were to say we're not going to take the minimum bid on that. But it would still be available if somebody wanted to come in and bid that minimum or more to take it. Does that make sense? It's just trying to protect the county so we don't end up with a property that may not be worth $10,000. It would cost us $40,000 to clean up, if that makes sense.
Does the county have to bid on these? Do we have to?
No, that's the reason it's open now. We're saying, say, and I'm just pointing out, say item H on Lillard Williams Road. We knew that was an old junkyard or something other that could get into all kind of things. We'd say, we're just not gonna bid on it. But if somebody else showed up and said, we'll make that minimum bid, they're welcome to bid on it. Just takes the county out of the mix so that we're not left holding a bad property that we would have responsibility to clean up. It's gonna be something crazy.
But if a person buys one of these properties, does the owner have a recourse to come back?
They have a year. They have to sit on a year. And the owner, whoever did not pay the taxes, they have a year to come back and pay whatever expense was paid to get it back. So it's a little bit of a gamble. Generally, if it's an investor or something, they know they got to sit on it for a year because they're taking a chance if they do any improvements or anything, all that the owner could come back and say, this is what it was, court costs, back taxes, interest, and so on and so forth, that would be collected. They have a year. They have another year on top of this from tomorrow to come back and get their property back if they can make it.
If I go in, it's got junk cars and I clean them up, clean up the property and everything, will they be reimbursed or
I don't think so. I don't think so. I believe it's just, they would still be on that. So I've seen several people buy these properties. We had several, the one sale we had several years ago, we were still downstairs at the courthouse. And there were several properties on Marshall Woodard, is that I'm trying to think of that name, off of Sam's Creek, goes around into Pegram.
Yeah, that's Marshall Woodard.
Yeah, okay. There were several tracks on there. And so they had, it was a person who was going to invest, and so they bought them, and they said, well, I won't touch it for a year, but I'll have it, and so that happens. But the other thing is that I think is very important, anybody who is bidding on, say, one of these properties that's talking about the junk cars or dilapidated house, it becomes their responsibility once it gets over into their name for this, just like it is the current property owner that may never have cleaned it up.
So my terms of recourse would be to probably sue the person that had it.
Yeah, more or less, yeah. So that type of thing. But that's the list. I mean, the main thing today, we haven't determined any property would put a real liability on the county if we ended up with it at the end of the sale tomorrow. And what we do is we go in and pay these back taxes as a county. It's basically is what we do as a county, and it becomes county property. But again, they have a full year to come back and get it. Otherwise, it would just be on a surplus sale for the county. We looked at it also from the standpoint of any of these properties that would come into play where we know we want to eventually another convenience center out in the East Cheatham community. There's need for a fire hall in the East Cheatham community, in the West Cheatham, Neptune area, a new convenience center possibly, and then fire hall and eventual ambulance center to bring it off of Henrietta. But none of these properties fit any of those where we need property. Or if it was one of those properties, we'd say, yes, county wants it. And again, we would definitely love to have that to move forward with, but none of those properties fit our 5-10 year plan as far as county services.
So is this something we need to vote on tonight?
If you just vote that the county would put the minimum bid in on all these properties, is basically what you're doing. You're not taking any properties off the list for the county to go after, or the county we end up with it at the end of the sale tomorrow.
So we have a motion by Mr. Weekly for the county to make the minimum bid on these, 9 properties?
Yes, 9 left.
9. We have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lovell. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Walter Weaver?
Yes.
Diana Lovell?
Yes.
Eugene Evans?
Yes.
James Hester?
Yes.
Mike Breedlove? David Anderson?
Yes.
Carlton Blacker?
Yes.
Randy Knowles? Tim Williamson?
Yes.
Chris Gilmore? B.J. Hudson?
Yes.
Bill Powers?
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent. Hey, real quick, is it all right if I let Ed, will you give us an update on what's going on with the jail? I know you're not on the list for a regular meeting, but on the What's happened with the weather with it?
Oh, the weather,
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared.
Oh. Just something quick.
We had some ice slide off the metal roofs, and it's affected 6 heating and air units. I don't think it's completely totaled them. It's bent them up a little bit and destroyed part of the lines, the cooling lines. Yeah, the copper cooling lines going to them. We can't, till we get through all the ice, we really don't know the extent of the damage, if it damaged any of the roof underneath. In the process of getting a quote, they make ice guards to go on metal roofs. They're not required in Tennessee, but we need them. After this week, we need them. I think there's ice sliding off buildings everywhere. As far as our fire marshal with the door, we got a verbal approval on that today, and we got it down to 1 door. Instead of starting out, it was about 5 doors. But the architect is doing final drawings on it and then submit it and get a formal approval, but we got a verbal approval on it at this point. So that's good news. We're still looking at right at 8 weeks to get into jail because of an exhaust fan having to order in booking area.
Sounds good. Sorry to put you on the spot. I just knew we had some ice issues, so. All right, Mr. Bly's section.
Mr. Bly isn't here tonight. He's a fine NES customer, and he's on day 9 roughing it, so, at his house. But we talked earlier today, and I don't know of anything you want to send back to him. I'll be glad. I'll be talking to him in the morning.
Could we have him take a look at this resolution?
Yeah, I've got it right here, so I can send it to him in the morning. We'll definitely send that to you.
Do we need to vote on that resolution in his,
I'm sorry?
do we need to vote on that resolution in his?
Well, he would need to set it up for us. Or
No, the one he's got on here,
Oh, which one?
about Vanderbilt.
Oh, yes, this is so that Vanderbilt can assume that bond. It was suddenly impact Cheatham County, or has no obligation on us. With that, you may recall, and they had a big announcement today, that Trinova Hospital in Clarksville is now Vanderbilt of Clarksville.
Yeah.
And so they have that one clinic out in Pleasant View Village for Trinova, and that would become a Vanderbilt clinic. So that's why they're asking Cheatham County to do that. It secures their bond and all that they had in place to go ahead and make that purchase. So we do need a motion to accept that.
We have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Hudspeth.
Second.
Second by Mr. Anderson. Any questions on this? Yeah, let's do a roll call.
B.J. Hudspeth,
Yes.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Wheatley.
Yes.
Diana Lovell.
Yes.
Eugene Evans.
Yes.
James Hedgehouse.
Yes.
Mike Greenblatt. David Anderson.
Yes.
Carlton Whitaker.
Yes.
Randy Nolan. Ken Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore.
That was change of vote. It's 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent, motion carries. No questions for the attorney?
No, but may I make a statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Edwin, I just got word that Pond Creek has some.
Yeah, I just got it from Charles.
Yeah.
Charles got it. All right, well, good. Absolutely.
They're still working.
And it's at Charles's house, so.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of Pond Creek too.
Yeah, it is.
Does that include Sweeney?
I think Sweeney got it yesterday.
Did Sweeney get it yesterday?
Yeah.
I don't know about Napier Drive yet, but I'm hoping that's connected to that.
All right. Ms. Perry, you got anything? All right. Ms. Henderson?
Chairman, I have a question for Franklin.
Okay.
On those delinquent properties, the one on Lillard Williams Road, is that the one that's been in the contention, in the spotlight over the last couple of years?
Spotlight? Yeah.
Neighbors calling about it?
Yes. It's got several issues.
Hopefully that issue will go away tomorrow.
Mr. Baker? Got anything for us? Nothing?
Hey, I just appreciate everybody's patience. It's taken a lot of patience this week, and even the days ahead, we're battling, and we're going to continue to battle.
We appreciate you. We do need to get approval on the 2026 road list. We need to do the changes. We have a motion to approve the road list for 2026.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Mr. Evans. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any changes? Okay. Oh, okay. Mr. President? Nothing? School board?
Mr. Chairman, I was wanting to see if Cal could update us on the schools. I know Ashland City had the awning, the ice broke part of it, and if he could give us an update.
Mr. Blocker, how about the school system? We going to school tomorrow?
No, sir. We will not be in school tomorrow. We are continuing to assess and clear parking lots and assess buildings. I will say that we do, we've got some backflows that are broke. The brand new awning behind Ashland City collapsed due to the ice. We're assessing roofs. We've got some expansion joints, have gotten some water and expanded ice. So now, as they drain, they're draining in to the schools since the expansion joints are opened up. So we do have some damage. We're continuing to assess those. Digging out buses, continue to dig out school buses, so when the time does come, they can get on the road and do what they need to do. So we're working through it day by day.
I know these kids are anxious to get back.
Yeah.
And the teachers too.
Parents are.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I am too. I really am.
All right, I appreciate it. UT?
We have updates in your packet. I'm trying to think back to December when those updates are from. It's been a long time since then. But one thing I'm super excited about is we are partnering with the Arts Council to do an arts and agriculture tour. We met with the mayor and economic and community development. It's going to be a joint venture between all of us, and we're hoping on May 16th to have a driving tour through the county where we'll have 10 to 15 different farms set up. And artists selling their goods and musicians at each farm as well. Hickman County is the only county in the area that has done this before, so that we're hoping that we can attract quite a few visitors to our county, showcase our agriculture and art. So just kind of be on the lookout for that. I hope everyone here will support that and participate.
Any questions? All right, Ms. Ellis, Chamber of Commerce?
Yes, sir. Well, it's been the year-end wrap-up, 33 ribbon cuttings, 18 specialty events, 3,000 new followers, 7 lunch and learns, women in business and after-hour socials, 5 round tables. We reached 500 new members at the end of the year with 5 lunch mobs, 5 Chamber 101s, 18 morning legal networking events. We sought out and coordinated the Leadership Cheatham Baby Box project and was able to have one of our members to install that for free, working with them. In December, we assisted in the coordination for the food for the Celebration of Hope with the Coalition. And then, of course, everyone knows that we've been working with the warming shelter this past week. I was tallying up the hours. It looks like we've had about 1,540 man hours put into that, and just numerous and numerous. I'm sure you all have seen it. I've tried to write the story through all of the pictures and trying to commend everyone who came forward to help us. I can't thank everyone enough as to who went through for food, for supplies. Even today, we had 5 more to call in from, where was it in, Edwin, that they came in from, called in from Kingston Springs? Yes. Ask seeking shelter, so they are still out there and we're still trying to help them with everything that they need. We also have been added to the board on the Cumberland region tomorrow, giving Cheatham County another voice to be heard and to be seen. And then, of course, in January, we had several more ribbon cuttings. We had our Women in Business. Started the year off with our gala. We had 120 people to celebrate with us over at the Milk and Honey Farms. And we just keep growing and going.
Have you heard when the museum over off exit 31 is going to open? You know what I'm talking about? The printing museum?
Yes, sir. I don't know. I think Miss Josie was in on that. Mayor made
They are shooting for March, if they can get everything in line, ready to go. I know they're working pretty hard on it. they met with the school system about field trips, possibly later this year, especially those nearby schools.
Anybody have any questions for?
Thanks for all the folks that drive 55, and, you know, we were lucky, our fire didn't go out at all. And it was blessed, but we know a lot of folks was hurting.
Yeah.
And we appreciate everybody who went and helped and worked, and also people in Church of Christ and League. So we really appreciate that.
Thank y'all. We've got a wonderful community, and I think this past week really, really showed it. It was wonderful turnout.
All right, standing committee, Fair Board,
We approved a permit, I told you about it in the workshop.
all right. Emergency Service, have anything to vote on? Capital improvements?
Yes, sir. I'd like to put to the commission in a form of motion for the shingled roof, the front of the courthouse, that was constructed back in 1914, needs to be replaced. Don Kennedy had the low bid on that, $21,924. I'd like to get that approved.
Have a motion by Mr. Blacker for the roof on the historic courthouse. Second by Mr. Powers. Any questions on that? Roll call, please.
Carlton Blacker,
Yes.
Randy Knight, Tim Williamson.
Yes.
Chris Gilmore, B.J. Hudspeth.
Yes.
Bill Powers.
Yes.
Walter Whittle.
Yes.
Diana Lovell.
Yes.
Eugene Evans.
Yes.
Lance Hedgehouse.
Yes.
Mike Greenlow. David Anderson.
Yes.
May we change the vote? 9 yes, 0 no, 3 absent, motion carries. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. County rules?
Yes, Ms. Lovell's gonna have some folks, she was go through.
Yes, it's a recommendation of Coach Michael Carter, who's retiring after 26 years, I believe. 26, 29, it's a long time. And 4 students who made the mid-state band. Then I think next month we'll probably have more resolutions.
Okay, so you
But
have a
those
motion
are
by
the
Ms.
5 for right now.
Ms. Lovell for these 5 individuals.
Second.
Second.
Who said second? Mr. Blacker, any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Anything else? Road and Bridge?
Yes, we did meet. We, 2 or 3 things going on. Randy Noe brought it up and, wanted to put a name, the Sycamore Creek Bridge of Chapmansboro Road, the John Holder, Bridge, not Memorial Bridge. And we voted, in favor, unanimous to do it, so I put that in the form of a motion.
So we have a motion by Mr. Weekly to rename the bridge at Sycamore Creek. Second by Mr. Powers. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, then it brought up about Mr. Eugene Newt family. Eugene Newt, we wanted to put up a sign, Neptune Road, honoring him. He was, with the county road department for 40 years as a road superintendent for 14, and also was a Hiroshima survivor. So we wanted to honor him with that. So put that in the form of a motion.
Have a motion by Mr. Weekly,
Second.
second by Ms. Lowell. Any questions?
Is that gonna be Neptune? Did you say Neptune Road, some part of Neptune Road, or where is it?
Do what?
Where did you want that located, on Neptune Road?
Neptune Road.
Yeah, Neptune is just a sign. We wasn't gonna change the name. We're just gonna have a sign honoring him.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
we also had a discussion with Bob about, and Cal about turning lane out at Cheatham Central. In the mornings, it's a nightmare. They're lined up plumb back to the stores sometimes. And, it's enough room there for a turning lane. So Bob was gonna check with, TDOT about get some engineering done as it is a safety hazard. I think you were gonna check with the school system, so, anyway, that was our discussion.
All right. Any questions for the road bridge? All right, any other new business? Consent calendar, have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Lovell,
Second.
second by Mr. Powers. Any questions about consent calendar? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Announcements? Oh, yeah.
I got something I want to bring up. Maybe it was just me, but I thought we had Pleasant View Utility, Fire Department to anything they mailed out to put on there that it was, they're funded partially by the fire tax from the county. And I received this last week, and there's nowhere on there, is it? And I thought it was, wouldn't you and Edwin and the mayor supposed to oversee it?
Edwin's supposed to get those to proofread and with the mayor before it was to be given the clearance to send out. Let me see that just a second. I just wonder if you scan the QR code, it's on here.
Well, Edwin did, and it's not on there.
It don't.
But
They had donation on there, and so that's where Edwin looked at it and said, well, he's got donation on there, it's not dues or fees or some of the other stuff they've used in the past. And their letter was a lot more clear this year on describing that the county has the fire taxes cover a lot of their expense. But we will definitely look at that next year to make sure that's on there where they should scan. But when you scan it, I think it just goes to make the payment. It doesn't say anything about.
Yeah, when you scan it, it just goes straight to their annual
What your
donation.
wife want to know?
I'm sorry?
Would your wife seen that on the counter, what'd she say?
She said, we need to pay this. I said, we already have, it's called fire tax.
How many others are sending money in that shouldn't, especially I've got the 4th district, me and Bill represent, are the most aged in the county, and I'm sure there's some that just barely make ends meet, and we'll send them, and they see a minimum donation of $60, so I don't know, it's just like, we don't care, we're gonna do it the way we want to, so I just want to bring that up, because I don't think it's right.
Mr. Mayor, can we maybe look at that different next year?
We definitely will. I mean, they'll submit it, and we'll look at it closer, and Edwin's gonna catch it this time.
Do they submit both the letter like
They
they sent out?
submitted the letter, and then they just said, we're gonna send out a second notice. And I think Edwin got a look at it, but it wasn't anything like, I thought it would be a second notice of the letter going out the same thing. So
Yeah, I think their original, the revamp of the letter, I think actually said something about.
Oh, it was much better. It was truly clear.
Being funded by the fire tax, but that, of course, that little postcard or index card thing there don't say anything about it.
Yeah. If they never saw the letter, I just got that postcard, I understand where Commissioner Weekly's coming from.
Yeah.
But I think.
You look at it, I need to pay $60 to get my fire service.
But I think the letter, y'all have to go over it.
Oh, yeah, we
Had to
did.
make several changes on it.
Yeah, we had to
So,
send it back a couple of times.
It's like, not wanting to do right.
Why did you go over the letter but not the flyer?
Well, like I said, they had submitted it to Edwin, and it was just saying, a second notice. So it wasn't anything that we would have gone that closely on, because like I said, it was almost like if the same letter would be going out a second time.
Second time, yeah.
What was the time period between the postcard and the letter?
I guess they sent that letter out, Commissioner Weekly, about October, November?
There's summer or fall one, I think.
It was
it's-
fall. It was
yeah,
fall.
I think it's fall, but it's just, I don't know, they're the only ones that do this. Pegram doesn't do it, Kingston doesn't do it, Harrison City doesn't do it. So,
And that
I
difference-
take that back, I think Harpeth Ridge does.
Harpeth Ridge will still do
Yeah.
one. And again, Harpeth Ridge and Pleasant View are not connected with the city, like Kingston Springs, Pegram, National City. So that's where it differs somewhat. They don't do a fundraiser for those cities. It's inside city departments, so it's somewhere of that, but we'll keep a lot closer eye on them, keep a closer rein on them next year, that's for sure. Or if they suddenly come out, they're gonna do a third notice, we'll pull that in.
I wish they would run something in the exchange saying, you know, we made a mistake, you know. We don't want nobody to think that you have to donate because we're paid for the fire tax.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
understand.
me.
Any other announcements?
Also, folks, just, Miss Penny, Tim's wife had gallbladder surgery today. Keep her in your prayers for a quick recovery.
Thank you. Anything else? Motion adjourned?
Motion.
Bob.